It's all, as always, Ansar will go into start the proceedings, and Tazuddin is on strike. Ansar, right now with wicket. Tazuddin swept that one straight to the hands of square leg. Prajwal there in the right position, but not a good placement here from Tazuddin. Disappointment end here for him. He's not really having a very good season from the bat. So that is a little bit promoted in this particular cricket tournament, that he can come back to his natural form. And but again he's a little bit disappointed. Nothing wrong with the stroke, but something wrong with the placement. At the same time, you have to keep that one very down. If you want to go over the top, you have to put some power in that sweep shot. Not a sweep, not a slog stroke, not a slog sweep shot, but that ball is half-hearted. A sweep shot coming from the blade of Tazuddin, so that square leg fielder making no mistake at all at square leg. Umpire Roland Pinto shaking hand with Shivaraj, because he knows that he is the only one century getter in the Metro Trophy, I think so, with the tournament which is organized by Shivaraj. Has got 100. It's in a UFC trophy. Yes, UFC trophy. I think Sadiq who got 100 in a Metro Trophy, which is organized by Roland Pinto. So from the far end, Ansar. Balls this time, chance of got behind. Arshad got the wicket. Arshad got a catch, and Ansar got a two massive wickets here for Ansar in 2 consecutive deliveries. Dream start here for Gory Young Boys. Look like the body language looks to be pretty good here for Gory Young Boys. After they got some senior players back into this playing 11, especially the Shivaraj. Then of course even they lost service of Suhail Mohammad Billy, because he's injured yesterday at Bantwal when he was batting, and looks like it a twisted ankle. And even it's injuries for his knee as well. Now even though I think the Shivaraj, inclusive of Shivaraj, and then Arshad definitely will going to strengthen the batting and bowling department of Gory Young Boys, and looks like they are definitely in the competition and becomes a favorite along with the KFC Codical. That's why I am mentioned this competition is going to be very, very interesting. Both the teams has got opportunity, but as like what really happened in the previous match for KFC Codical, same thing is happening here in this match as well. 2 wickets fallen without scoring any run. That means Ansar is on hat-trick. Chetan is on strike. Can he become the hat-trick here? Hat-trick getter here. Oh, beautifully bowled, but ball just going down the leg stump. Chance of run out in the non-strikers, and well, but no one there to collect the throw from the field. Excellent delivery there from Ansar. Of course, that ball is doing too much. Ball is just doing too much. That ball is just nipped back into the batsman, but a very good shot. But little bit that the ball is shaping towards outside the line of leg stump. And Chetan just survived from that delivery. Beautifully ball there by Ansar. And everybody thought that when ball is wrapping out his legs, where everyone is gone up, thought it might be a hat-trick here for Ansar. But certainly umpire Shiraj, exactly the right decision. That ball is just jagging back too much. And that's why, because of that too much turn in the delivery, that ball just going down the leg stump. Just an inches that ball going down the leg stump. Ansar to Shakir, hero of the previous match, facing his first delivery. This time served that one right in the gap down to deep mid-wicket region. Chase here for Karna before he is run back to collect the ball down at deep mid-wicket region. Ample time here for Shakir to come back for the second run. Coming back to Shakir, what innings is played against Sneha Malamar. Once the match is out of the hand, then he's just came in and delivered the one fantastic knock for his team, especially the 1 over against the Gitesh over. It takes the match away from the opposition. Again, the situation asked him to play one more good innings. This time again the ball a little bit outside the line of leg stump. He wanted to play a big sweep shot and powerful sweep shot. In must not a that orthodox sweep shot, but he wanted to put some power in this sweep shot. Maybe the intention here to get that one right from the middle of the and get past that short fine leg division fielder, and there is no contact with the bat. 3 for the loss of 2 wicket. Answer from the far end. Right arm over the wicket. This time, yeah, good piece of fielding there by Naufal. He's a fantastic in that region, short fine leg division. Always very quick. He saves so many runs in this region at the short fine leg division. Good over there from Answer. After completion of over number first, shackling start here for KFC Codical. Managed to get just 4 runs by losing 2 wickets. Now, the bowling department is a little bit worried factor for Gory Young Boys is that they are the main strike bowler, Fayaz. He is already represented for his home team, 5-star Adur. And that's why it's going to be a big blow as far as the bowling department of Gory Young Boys is concerned, as they're not really getting the service of Fayaz, who already played for 5-star Adur, and his team came into the finals of this prestigious YUVARATNA Trophy 2022. So that the change in bowling, the new bowler has been introduced from the commentary box, and just the number exactly the 100. Afrid is the bowler. Afridi bowling from the Afrid. Right arm over the wicket bows. Oh, Spectra. Oh, look at that save there from Napal. Absolutely fantastic. And round of applause coming from the spectators. Why not? He's saving certain boundary. This is what the kind of commitment I already mentioned in the previous over also when he was fielded that one. He's one of the fantastic fielder in that region. You cannot get better than that. That's what I want to see it in the replay. The effort of that Naufal. Definitely the crowd here is enjoying his fielding effort, and even those who are watching in YouTube channel King Sports providing this, definitely they will going to provide a perfect angle where the Naufal is able to stop that boundary, diving to his right, stopping certain boundary. Absolutely, that will going to lift the spirit of other players. Now again, Afraid bowling away from us. Right arm over the wicket to Chetan. And that was a fantastic, absolutely perfect one, quicker one. Chetan just watching the ball. He really surprised that how quickly that ball is came into the hands of wicketkeeper. Maybe sometimes it's a surprise because the new name, the new face, they doesn't know what kind of bowler you are going to face. And definitely that way he got a lot of pace in his bowling. Afraid bowling with a short run up away from us. Right arm over the wicket bows, reverse sweeping that one straight to the hands of fielder. Chance of run out, a wide throw coming from the fielder Shivaraj in that occasion. Shakir is a very good runner between the wicket. He's a very good judger of the run as well. Even the ball is went straight to the hands of Shivaraj, but the fact that Shakir runs very quickly between the wicket, and no question of getting out in the form of run out, but certain single here for Chetan and for his team. 7 for the loss of 2 wicket. Every kind of competition we are expecting from these two teams, which is really has got a potential of coming into the next round of this prestigious YUVARATNA Trophy 2022. Afridi bowling away from us. Right arm of the Shakir drives that one down to deep long on protection there in the deep, so that no question of any extra run. Shakir almost settled that he definitely going to get only single for that, and that brings Chetan into strike. Now scoreboard moves on to 8 on the board for the loss of 2 wicket in the over number second in progress in fact. Afraid. So far after that he bowled a wide delivery, but he bowled very well after that 2 deliveries. This time again one more wide. This time he's down the leg stump too far. Might be that was a fine surface in bowling crease. It looks like a little bit creating the problem for some bowlers when you're putting your boot in that the place. Might be the ball, the skidding there. And Afraid once again back to his bowling mark with a short run up. Pass umpire Roland Pinto. Right arm over the wicket, beautifully ball. One more very good delivery indeed. Well within the reach of the batter. Chetan going for the expansive extra cover drive, but quickness of the ball beats Chetan. It's a very good striker of the ball, But against the pace of this bowler, certainly it's going to be a very difficult one to go for the extra cover drive. 9 for the loss of 2 wicket. Afrid with a short run up. Balls beautifully bowled, but this time I think impact of the line. But even umpire has got evidence enough that Chetan has got a bat onto that, and he's got a bat onto that. So no question of leg before wicket in relegation. So that Chetan got a single for that. 10 for the loss of 2 wicket in the over number 2 in progress. So far he bowled 2 wides, but still he managed to get some good deliveries along with that. Now Shakir back on strike now. Wait and see how the kind of technique he will going to implement. Oh, look at that one. Fantastic delivery then. I think he's a perfect replacement for Fayaz. Gory Young Boys has got a perfect replacement for Fayaz. Just like Fayaz, he's got some rhythm, he's got some pace in his bowling, and line and length is so impressive. Of course, he bowled 2 wides in that over, but still he managed to control control the flow of the run of for the opposition. So 2 overs completed. Completion of over number 2. KFC Codical are 10 for the loss of 2 wicket. They're going exactly at the rate of 5 runs per over. Now, after that power play, it's going to be very interesting to see that the kind of field set, the kind of bowling change, and at the same time, I want to see the kind of technique from these 2 batters to get some runs on the board. Of course, the first 2 overs belongs to Gory Young Boys. Captain won the toss, elected to field first. Yesterday's JD Trophy 2022 and little disappointment end for Gory Young Boys. They faced the defeat against NM Cricketers Mangalore because of one decision which is definitely going to be becomes very costly. After winning the toss, they elected to field first, and NM Cricketers Mangalore managed to get to 40 to 45 runs exactly. At the one stage, Gory Young Boys cruising. They're 17 in 2 overs without losing any wicket. And after that, once the floodlights are on, and the wickets are started to tumble, and Atif of NM Cricketers Mangalore picked up a hat-trick wicket in that particular match. And then Gory Young Boys, of course, downfall started in that the match, and they lost the match. But here, different condition, different ball game here. This time lofted that one just over the top of the cover point region before the fielder of cover point to run back answer to field the ball in the deep cover point region. Ample time for the batters to complete a couple of runs. Not quite control over that stroke there from Chetan. Of course, intention is to go over the top. He gone over the top, but not really having that much of timing behind the stroke. That's why Ansar managed to complete a couple of runs. Ansar managed to fields the ball just inside the boundary line. Again, looking for the expansive shot, but Chetan not happy with himself because the line is not that much of easy to hit the big shot, because Ashad bowling a sharp incoming delivery for Chetan. This time again, appeal for leg before wicket, but might be that the ball is just going down the leg stump. At the same time, they look at the front foot of Chetan. He's touching his front foot too far, and try to hit the slog sweep shot, and he missed it completely. 12 for the loss of 2 wicket. Ashad from the far end. Right arm wicket drives that one again. Problem continues from the far end as well. Ashad this time is lost his grip and lost his balance as well. Fell down, but no damage done. One more run added to the total. Scoreboard now moves on to 13 for the loss of 2 wicket in the over number 3 in progress. In our commentary box, change in a scorer. Ashwin doing the job in place of Swastik as a scorer. Again, a little bit down the leg. Some chance of run out in the Karna. What? Really? There's a golden opportunity is missed out. Not in the picture, Chetan. He's just given up. Karna just running to his friend, tried to hit the stump, missed the stumps completely. Chetan survives from the run out. 14 for the loss of 2 wicket. Arshad so far is very bowled a very quiet over indeed. Chetan is on strike. Reverse sweeping that one quite nicely in the gap, but protection is given for him for the reverse sweep down at deep third man region. So he has to settle for the single. One more good over there from Arshad. Absolutely perfect over. That's the kind of over which is required for Gory Young Boys, but KFC Codical struggle continues here to get the runs, to get some big shots. 3 overs is a very quiet over. 14 for the loss of 2 wicket. And now 4 overs remaining in their innings. They got 8 wickets in hand. They got Shakir is in the middle. Chetan is in the middle. 15. 15. A little bit correction in the scoreboard. 15 on the board for the loss of 2 wickets. Now last 4 over remaining. 24 deliveries remaining. And wait and see how much Shakir and Chetan will go into score here. So far Chetan is quiet. Shakir is also quiet. Didn't got enough strikes. Shakir, he got only 5 deliveries out of that 18 deliveries. He scored 5 runs. Coming back to Chetan, he played some deliveries. Got 5 runs from his bat. But now KFC Codical, certainly they will go in to look for acceleration of run rate. Just seeing the batting department of Gory Young Boys, they scored highest total score of this tournament, 98 runs against Mangaladevi cricketers. Now Afridi going to bowl his second and last over of his quota. Right arm of the wicket, improvisation straight to the hands of fielder. Down at short third man region, making no mistake at all. So Chetan's wickets back into pavilion. The wicket number 3. And Gory Young Boys suddenly required the breakthrough here, because both the experienced campaigner, they played an excellent knock, excellent innings in the previous match. Now Chetan, a little bit disappointment and looking for reverse sweep, improvisation, and maybe the intention of him is to play that one very fine, down to fine third man region, but not really able to keep it down. Now, good striker of the ball, Nawaz came into middle for KFC Codical. Afraid so far has been an invention in the bowling department of Gory Young Boys, just capitalizing the opportunity which is given to him. The first over is very, very economical. Now he's bowling his second and last over of his quota. 4th over of the innings of KFC Codical. Afraid. Boss Nawaz now tries and powerfully down to deep long on. I already mentioned he's one of the very good striker of the ball. Very good striker of tennis ball. Hitting the ball quite nicely. One more addition to total with the addition of that single score moves on to 16 for the loss of 3 wickets in the over number 4 in progress. 4 men in the offside, 5 men in the onside here for Shakir. Right arm over the wicket. This time again, wicketkeeper fails to collect the ball, defeats every other ball, running out to deep third boundary. Once again, excellent piece of fielding there from Naufal. Again, look how quick he is been. Once that ball defeats the wicketkeeper's hand, ball is ballooning up, went quickly down to short third man. He's in the fine leg region, and look at that, how quickly he is going back and fields the ball. Excellent piece of fielding there from Naufal. 17 for the loss of 3 wickets. Afridi bowls. Look at the face in his bowling. Absolutely, he's not giving any chance for the batters to think. Even Naufal has got no clue about that delivery. The fastest one, quicker one. And the batsman just watching the ball goes into the hands of wicketkeeper. 17 for the loss of 3 wickets. From the commentary box and Ashad. Little correction. Misfield there by Shivaraj. Sometimes it's happening. Maybe he was trying to take that one in the pull. And maybe that ball came into him in a half volley. And so that he couldn't manage to gather the ball neatly. And ball just missing his hand and got a single. Nawaz got a single. Although a little correction, yes, Nawaz got a single. 18 for the loss of 3 wickets. That brings Shakir into strike now. Shakir, very, very important player for the side of KFC Codical. Different attitude, different technique we will going to implement. and he's facing next delivery, and good judgment, absolutely good judgment, seeing that ball is little bit going down the leg stump, just getting himself away from the line, and going down the leg stump, one more outside the line of leg stump. 19 for the loss of 3 wicket. Afridi with a short run up, pass umpire Roland Pinto. Right arm over the wicket he bowls, tries that one. Shakir again down to deep long on, and Captain Karna will not really bother about the single. You know exactly, the Afridi did a great job here, absolutely great job. I think he's just grabbing the opportunity here. Afridi, being the new pace, opportunity has been given for him to command the ball and ball beautifully. So 4 overs completed after completion of over number 4. KFC Codical searching for the right track, still struggling in the middle in the form of run rate. 20 for the loss of 3 wicket. And Gopi, and again it's one more very good game. Both the teams suddenly it's a fantastic contest as far as the last day of this cricket tournament is concerned. Both the teams really has got some very good players in the side as well. Gory Young Boys today looking in a different body language. Some senior players coming into that side as well. That will definitely going to galvanize the level of the confidence as well for the players. But so far I think the bowlers did a great job, and especially that the new bowler Afrid is just grabbing the opportunity. 2 overs, just 10 runs and 1 wicket, and outstanding comeback for him in this Gory Young Boys playing 11 squad.
बिल्कुल सतीश, टोटली डिफरेंट टीम लग रही है कल से गोरी यंग बॉयज। जो कल बंटवाल में जो टीम थी यहाँ पर अगर देखा जाए उस टीम से कुछ अलग यहाँ पर लग रही है। हालांकि कुछ नए चेहरे यहाँ पर दिखाई देते हुए, और कुल मिलाकर ऐसा कहना पड़ेगा संतुलित टीम है। जब मंगलादेवी क्रिकेटर्स के खिलाफ उन्होंने 98 रन बनाए थे, इस बार पहली गेंद को उछाला लेकिन काफी ऊंचा, और गेंद सीधे सीमा रेखा के अंदर लपक ली गई है। तो ऐसा कहना पड़ेगा सतीश, जिस विकेट की काफी देर से तलाश थी गोरी यंग बॉयज को, वो विकेट यहां पर मिल चुका है। ऐसा कहना पड़ेगा जूसी लॉलीपॉप गेंद इस गेंद के जरिए बल्लेबाज को ललचाया था कि बल्लेबाज शाकिर आक्रामक स्ट्रोक खेले, और इस लालच में वो आ गए, लेकिन गेंद को बिल्कुल कनेक्ट करने में ठीक तरह से वो असफल। काफी ऊंचा उछाला और डीप मिड विकेट पर इस कैच को लपक लिया गया। तो यहां पर शाकिर का विकेट गिर चुका है सतीश। तो मैं समझता हूं ये शाकिर का विकेट का पतन एक बहुत ही बड़ा ड्रॉबैक यहां पर साबित हो सकता है KFC कोडिकल के लिए।
Exactly, Gopi. In this particular situation, Gopi, it's definitely going to be a big blow, because Shakir is a kind of batter who can play a long innings. Of course, so far he's been a little bit struggling to get some runs on the board, especially in the form of boundaries and sixes. He's not really getting some big shot. That's why I think it's a result of the frustration from the batter, because he's not really getting some runs from his bat. And he got full toss. That full toss surprised him, because he was not expecting the full toss from Ashad. Once the full toss came to him, he just throwed his bat, not really looking for the timing of the stroke. That's what's happening here. Sometimes it's happening in cricket, Gopi. You are not getting wicket for the good deliveries. Sometimes if it's a luck in your favor, you will get wicket for the juicy lollipop, juicy full toss delivery as well. And that's happened to Shakir in this occasion.
बिल्कुल सतीश, यहाँ पर गेंद काफी ढीली थी जैसा कि आपने कहा, लेकिन इस ढीली गेंद का फायदा वो नहीं उठा सके, और यहाँ पर गेंद को उन्होंने उछाला था, लेकिन ऐसा कहना पड़ेगा थोड़े पहले वो बल्ला अड़ा गया, गेंद थोड़ी बाद में आई, और फलस्वरूप गेंद और बल्ले का कोई संपर्क तो हुआ लेकिन ठीक तरह से नहीं, और टॉप एज पर गेंद टकराने के बाद हवा में उछली और गेंद सीधे लपक ली गई डीप मिड विकेट सीमा रेखा के अंदर। तो शाकिर का विकेट यहाँ पर गिर चुका है। इस वक्त शाकिर की उपस्थिति जैसा कि आपने कहा सतीश बेहद जरूरी थी, क्योंकि 3 विकेट यहाँ पर गिर चुके थे। शाकिर एक ऐसे बल्लेबाज है जैसा कि आपने फरमाया जो लंबी पारी खेलने की क्षमता यहाँ पर रखते हैं, और उनका विकेट का गिरना यहाँ पर KFC कोडिकल के ऊपर KFC कोडिकल की परेशानियों को और बढ़ा चुका है। ये गेंद इस बार गेंद स्टंप्सों पर टकरा कर इस वक्त निकल गई। स्वयं विकेट कीपर करना हैरान रह गए कि वहां पर बेल्स के डिस्टर्ब नहीं हुए, और इस गेंद पर बल्लेबाज बाल बचते हुए। तो बल्लेबाज थे इस वक्त नवाज जो इस गेंद पर बच चुके हैं, और स्कोर इस वक्त रुक चुका है 20 रन 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर। और अरशद ये गेंद धीमी गेंद परिवर्तन के तौर पर गेंद को इस वक्त ऑन साइड पर उछालना चाह, नॉट क्वाइट मिडली गेंद, सिर्फ 1 रन मिलेगा। और निस्संदेह सतीश आपने कहा बिल्कुल आज गोरी यंग बॉयज की देह भाषा बॉडी लैंग्वेज बिल्कुल अलग लगती हुई। जब उन्होंने मंगलादेवी क्रिकेटर्स के खिलाफ 98 रन बनाए थे तभी समझ में आ गया था कि वो आज अपने श्रेष्ठ लय में है। और उस श्रेष्ठ लय को वो यहां पर इस मैच में भी बरकरार रखते हुए फलस्वरूप केएफसी कोडिकल जैसी बलिष्ठ टीम यहां पर रनों के लिए कड़ा संघर्ष करती हुई ये गेंद इस बार ऑन साइड पर गेंद को खेलना चाहा हकीम ने, स्क्वायर लेग पर पहुंची गेंद, 1 रन का इजाफा 22-22। लेकिन ना केएफसी कोडिकल के पास अभी भी वक्त है बाउंस बैक करने का। बचे हुए 2.2 ओवर में यानी 14 गेंदें बचे हुए, इन 14 गेंदों में कम से कम 30 से 35 रन उनके बल्लेबाज बटोरते हैं तो एक बेहतर स्कोर यहां पर खड़ा कर सकते हैं। और यहां पर अगली गेंद के लिए तैयार, गेंद को उछाला इस वक्त लॉन्ग ऑफ की दिशा में, 1 रन का इजाफा और 1 रन के इजाफे के साथ स्कोर बढ़कर पहुंच चुका है 23 रन को। कम से कम 50 का आंकड़ा यहां पर पार करना होगा केएफसी कोडिकल के बल्लेबाजों को अगर उन्हें गोरी यंग बॉयज के सशक्त बल्लेबाजी के लाइनअप पर दबाव डालना है तो कोशिश इस वक्त जरूर कर रहे हैं और बल्लेबाज। और इस बीच ये गेंद अरशद की शफल और गेंद को रोका गया बेहतर तरीके से शॉर्ट फाइन लेग पर नौफल द्वारा। एक बार नौफल बाईं ओर जा चुके थे लेकिन अंतिम क्षण में देखा कि गेंद उनकी दाईं ओर आ रही है, गेंद को रोक लिया इस वक्त 20 गज के दायरे के अंदर और इस बीच 1 रन का इजाफा यहां पर हो चुका है। 24 रन 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर ओवर नंबर 5 की समाप्ति यहां पर हो चुकी है। 5 overs completed, 24 for the loss of 4 wickets. The problems are now still continuing here for the batsmen of KFC Codical. Still in overall calculation, it's going to be 2 overs left in their innings. और NM Bangalore और टीम एलिगेंट के बीच अगला मैच यहां पर खेला जाएगा तो इसलिए मैं दरख्वास्त करता हूं कि दोनों टीमों के सदस्यों से कि कृपया वे स्टेज पर संपर्क करें ऑफिशियल चार्ट पर अपना हस्ताक्षर साइन दर्ज करने के लिए। तो यहां पर संघर्ष जारी है इस श्रृंखला के सेमीफाइनल में प्रवेश प्राप्त करने के लिए और गेंदबाज इस वक्त नौफल गेंदबाजी पर उतरते हुए। हालांकि सोहेल बिल्ली कल चोटिल हुए थे, कल रात को बंटवाल में जो क्रिकेट प्रतियोगिता के दौरान और यहां पर उनके अनुपस्थिति में गोरी यंग बॉयज यहां पर खेल रही है लेकिन संतुलित टीम यहां पर नजर आती है। कुछ नए खिलाड़ियों की शामिल आती यहां पर हो चुकी है और यहां पर अपने काबिलियत क्षमता के अनुसार उनके गेंदबाज इस वक्त गेंदबाजी करते हुए। हकीम इस वक्त सामना करने के लिए तैयार, एक बेहतर बल्लेबाज के रूप में जाने जाते हैं हकीम केएफसी कोडिकल की ओर से। पहली गेंद लेग स्टंप से बाहर की ओर निकलते हुए गेंद को ऑन साइड पर उछालना चाहा, नॉट क्वाइट मिडल गेट, इनफैक्ट नो कॉन्टैक्ट बैट एंड बॉल एट द लास्ट मोमेंट and a single run added to the total in the face of bye and with that single run the scoreboard moving up to 25 for the loss of 4 wicket। यहां पर एक साझेदारी पार्टनरशिप निभानी है, न सिर्फ तेज साझेदारी बल्कि एक आक्रामक बल्लेबाजी भी यहां पर दिखानी है क्रीज पर मौजूद ये दोनों बल्लेबाजों को। और नौफल इस वक्त दाहिना ओवर द विकेट गेंदबाजी करते हुए नवाज के लिए ऑन साइड पर उछालना चाहा, बेहतरीन गेंदबाजी अलोंग द कार्पेट, बिल्कुल जमीन के सारे आई ऑफ स्टंप से बाहर की ओर निकलते हुए आक्रामक स्ट्रोक खेलना चाहता ऑन साइड पर, चूंकि पूरी तरह गेंद सीधे पहुंचे विकेट कीपर के हाथों में, रन इस बीच बल्लेबाज को नहीं मिलेगा। डॉट गेंद और यहां पर हर गेंद के लिए संघर्ष, हर रन के लिए संघर्ष यहां पर करते हुए बल्लेबाज केएफसी कोडिकल के। गेंदबाज नौफल एक बार फिर से तैयार, नवाज के लिए यह गेंद परिवर्तन के तौर पर धीमी गेंद लेकिन सही गेंद घोषित, कुछ हद तक ज्यादा बाहर की ओर नहीं निकल रही थी और आखिरकार गेंद इस वक्त फील्ड कर ली गई है विकेट कीपर द्वारा, रन से बल्लेबाज को नहीं मिलेगा। 2 बेहतर गेंदें नौफल इस ओवर में फेंक चुके, एक बार फिर से तैयार, दाहिना तो बढ़ता विकेट, ये गेंद इस बार गेंद को जगह बनाते हुए खेलना चाहा, शॉर्ट मिड विकेट की दिशा में, निशान ना चूका वरना निस्संदेह नवाज की पारी पर पर्दा गिर सकता था यहां पर। तो 1 रन मिलेगा, 26 रनों पर स्कोरबोर्ड पहुंच चुका, 26 फॉर द लॉस ऑफ 4 विकेट इन द ओवर नंबर 6 इन प्रोग्रेस। और यहां पर नौफल कुछ सलाह मशवरा लेते हुए इस वक्त विकेट कीपर अरशद से, जो कि काफी अनुभवी खिलाड़ी है अरशद, इस वक्त वो विकेट कीपिंग करते हुए। और नौफल एक बार फिर से तैयार, दाहिना तो बढ़ता विकेट गेंदबाजी करते हुए, ये गेंद परिवर्तन के तौर पर धीमी गेंद पहुंची शॉर्ट फाइनल की दिशा में, अरशद के हाथों में गेंद, लेकिन वहां पर जब तक अरशद गेंद को कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं बल्लेबाज के पास मौका था 1 रन तेजी के साथ पूरा करने का। 27 फॉर द लॉस ऑफ 4 विकेट इन द ओवर नंबर 6 इन प्रोग्रेस। तो एक गेंद अभी भी इस ओवर में बाकी है और गेंदबाज इस बीच तैयार, दाहिना तो बढ़ता विकेट चिप किया, नॉट क्वाइट मिडलिंग इट, एक बार फिर से नवाज द्वारा और इस बीच नवाज को मिला सिर्फ 1 रन और एक बेहतर ओवर की समाप्ति यहां पर हो चुकी है। नौफल की 5 ओवर की समाप्ति के बाद 28 रन बन चुके हैं 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर। 28 फॉर द लॉस ऑफ 4 विकेट आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ 4 or 5 overs, and still the batsmen of KFC Codical are now searching for the right track. Last over now remaining in the innings, and let's see how many runs they are making in this remaining last over with the help of 6 wickets. और जहां तक सवाल है इस वक्त गेंदबाजी का, तो देखना यह कि इस अंतिम ओवर में कौन से गेंदबाज यहां पर गेंदबाजी शुरू करते हैं, और गेंदबाजी पर इस वक्त लगाया जा रहा है अंसार, जो कि इस वक्त गेंदबाजी शुरू करते हुए एक और प्रमुख गेंदबाज गोरी यंग बॉयज की ओर से मोर्चे पर इस वक्त लगाए जाते हुए टीम फॉर्चून एंड की ओर से। तो ओवर की पहली गेंद लेकर इस वक्त तैयार नवाज इस वक्त सामना करते हुए, और इस अंतिम ओवर में जहां तक एक बेहतर स्कोर खड़ा करने का सवाल है केएफसी कोडिकल के लिए, तो कुछ करारे स्ट्रोक्स इस वक्त उन्हें लगाने ही होंगे जो चौके या छक्के के रूप में परिवर्तित हो। और यहां पर देखते हैं इस अंतिम ओवर में उनके बल्लेबाज और कितने रन यहां पर बटोर पाते हैं। तो ओवर की पहली गेंद लेकर तैयार अंसार, दाहिने हाथ राउंड द विकेट इस वक्त गेंदबाजी करते हुए, बाएं हाथ के बल्लेबाज इस बार नवाज के लिए गेंद को उछाल दिया लंबल पर, और गेंद सीधे स्ट्रेट हिट एरिया पर एक टिप्पे के बाद सीमा रेखा के दीवार पर टकरा चुकी है 4 रनों के लिए। ऐसा कहना पड़ेगा जस्ट स्मैश बैक जस्ट ओवर द बॉलर्स हेड, और फाइंड्स द गैप एज वेल बिटवीन लॉन्ग ऑफ एंड लॉन्ग ऑन इनटू द स्ट्रेट हिट एरिया एट लॉन्ग ऑन फेंस फॉर अ बाउंड्री। तो चौका इस वक्त जुड़ चुका है नवाज और केएफसी कोडिकल के खाते में, और इसी तरीके की चंद और स्ट्रोक्स की इस वक्त जरूरत है केएफसी कोडिकल को अपने रन की गति को इस वक्त एक्सेलरेट करने के लिए। गेंदबाज अंसार स्ट्रेट अवे इस वक्त दबाव उन पर, यह गेंद इस बार फिर से एक बार हेलीकॉप्टर शॉट खेला लेकिन नॉट क्वाइट मिडली गेंद, गेंद पहुंची डीप मिड विकेट पर, गेंद को वहां पर फील्ड कर लिया गया, और इससे पहले की गेंद को वो फील्ड करे फील्डर बल्लेबाज के पास मौका था 1 रन प्राप्त करने का। 33 रन बन चुके हैं 4 विकेट के नुकसान पर, 33 फॉर द लॉस ऑफ 4 विकेट। और जहां तक सवाल है इस श्रृंखला का, तो तृतीय क्वार्टर फाइनल मैच इस श्रृंखला का यहां पर खेला जाता हुआ गोरी यंग बॉयज और केएफसी कोडिकल के दरमियान। दाहिना ओवर द विकेट अंसार की गेंद हकीम के लिए ऑन साइड पर, गेंद को स्विंग किया खूबसूरती के साथ, बैकवर्ड्स को लेकर डीप मिड विकेट के बीच 4 रनों के लिए। गेंद लेग स्टंप से बाहर थी, और ऑनसाइड पर गेंद को स्विंग करते समय उनके एक हाथ से बल्ला जरूर फिसल गया कुछ हद तक, लेकिन गेंद को सही तरीके से कनेक्ट करने में सफल, और गेंद डीप मिड विकेट सीमा रेखा को पार कर चुकी है 4 रनों के लिए। तो रन से चाहिए इस वक्त केएफसी कोडिकल को इस अंतिम ओवर में, वो किस तरह से बनते हैं ये उनके लिए जरूरी नहीं है। और इस बीच 3 गेंदों में 2 चौका इस वक्त प्रदान कर चुके हैं अंसार, एक बार फिर से तैयार, बेहतर गेंद थी एब्सोल्युटली लॉन्ग द कार्पेट, शॉर्ट बैन पर 1 रन मिलेगा, और हकीम इस वक्त दौड़े काफी धीमी गति से, लेकिन अंतिम क्षण में 1 रन पूरा करने में सफल बाई के रूप में। 38 नाउ, जस्ट कपल ऑफ बॉल्स नाउ लेफ्ट इन देयर इनिंग्स, सिर्फ 2 गेंदें अब बाकी उनकी पारी में। और इस बीच नवाज स्ट्राइक पर आ चुके हैं, अंसार की गेंदों का सामना इस वक्त करने के लिए तैयार, दाहिने हाथ राउंड द विकेट इस वक्त गेंदबाजी करते हुए। इस बार नवाज के लिए ये गेंद ऑन साइड पर, गेंद को उछालना चाहता फील्डर, वहां पर कोई नहीं, शॉर्ट फाइन लेग से फील्डर थ्रो कर रहा है, गेंद तक जब तक पहुंचे वो थ्रो करें। विकेट कीपर के हाथों में चतुर सोच के साथ इंटेलिजेंट थिंकिंग जिस अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं, बल्लेबाज ने 2 रन यहां पर बटोर लिए, और स्ट्रोक के साथ ही दौड़ पड़े थे। अंतिम क्षण में लेग बाई जो कि पैर पर टकराकर गेंद निकली थी इस वक्त शॉर्ट मिड विकेट पर, और जैसे ही बल्लेबाज ने भापा की वहां पर कोई फील्डर नहीं है, तेजी के साथ पहला रन पूर्ण किया और दूसरा रन पूर्ण यहां पर कर चुके हैं। तो अंतिम गेंद द लास्ट बॉल ऑफ द इनिंग्स इज नाउ कमिंग अप, 40 फॉर द लॉस ऑफ 4 विकेट। और अंसार तैयार नवाज के लिए, दाहिना हाथ राउंड द विकेट, ये गेंद बेहतर गेंद थी एब्सोल्युटली गुड वन, डॉट बॉल टू एंड द ओवर। शायद इस उम्मीद के साथ उन्होंने गेंद को छोड़ी थी कि शायद वाइड हो सकता है, लेकिन गेंद कुछ ज्यादा तक ऑप्शन से बाहर की ओर नहीं निकल रही थी। सही गेंद, बेहतर गेंद, और बेहतर गेंद के साथ अंसार अपनी ओवर की समाप्ति कर चुके हैं। सो द इनिंग्स इज अप, देयर स्टिपुलेटेड ओवर्स आर कंप्लीटेड एंड दे फिनिश्ड विद 40 फॉर द लॉस ऑफ 4 wickets in the stipulated 7 overs, and now the target for Gory Young Boys is 41. Just under 6 runs.
NM Cricketers Mangalore to sign the official chart as soon as possible. This time Difak looking for the expansive drive, not quite getting hold of that one properly, because line of the delivery outside the line of off stump. His intention to play that one down to deep, wide-ish long on, but he mistimed that one, so that he able to get the single. 2 without loss of any wicket in the over number first in progress. Shakir Just watching the field set. Right arm over the wicket, he bowls. They beautifully bowled. Half volley, but not in that half volley means it's a difficult half volley. Almost in a Yorker length. Line is outside the line of off time. And batter completely missed that one. Now fall. This time full toss delivery. Lofted that one into the stage. What a shot. Just a full toss, what we were talking about earlier, Gopi. The same full toss, Shakir misjudged and just got out. And same Shakir is bowling here. He bowled a full toss, but now fall taking a full advantage of that delivery. Maybe Gopi, I think he's just looking for the quicker delivery. While doing that, ball is not really able to keep it down. This time now fall lofted, but there is a fieldsman there next to cover. Shakir is back with the wicket. This is the potential of some good bowlers. Immediately after he got a punishment, very next ball he got a wicket. This is the beauty of cricketers. This is the beauty of Shakir as well. He is a kind of the player who can bounce back at any time. But I think Gopi, it's not a wicket-taking delivery. Outside the line of off time, it's with his offered, but placement is not right. He can play that on a little bit square down to cover point, backward point as well. But he's choosing one of the fielder outside the circle. There is only two fielders. He's choosing one fielder out of that.
बिल्कुल सतीश, उतना कुछ खास बेहतर गेंद नहीं था. गेंद ऑफ स्टंप से काफी बाहर की ओर निकल रही था. ऐसा करना पड़ा कि गेंद तक पहुंचे थे. जस्ट लीनिंग फॉर दैट. और गेंद तक पहुंचकर उन्होंने गेंद को इस वक्त उछाला था, लेकिन प्लेसमेंट गलत था. और मैं समझता हूं शाकिर ने इंटेलिजेंट थिंकिंग के साथ यह गेंदबाजी की थी. वहां पर फील्डर तैनात किया था वाइडिश लॉन्ग ऑफ और एक्स्ट्रा कवर के दरमियान, और गेंद को ऑफ स्टंप से काफी बाहर की ओर फेंकी थी कि नौफल उस लालच में आ जाए. और नौफल जो कि उस लालच में आ गए. गेंद पर उन्होंने स्ट्रोक खेला जरूर, लेकिन प्लेसमेंट गलत था और वाइडिश लॉन्ग ऑफ पर गेंद को लपक लिया गया. तो यही खासियत है शाकिर की. वो एक न सिर्फ एक चतुर बल्लेबाज के रूप में माने जाते हैं, बल्कि चतुर गेंदबाज के रूप में भी वो जाने जाते हैं, और इसका उदाहरण उन्होंने इस गेंद पर दिया.
Exactly, Gopi is a very intelligent cricketer. This time Arshad lofted, gone, and is gone into the fence. Now it's going to be entertainment for the cricket lovers. Arshad is joining the party. Immediately his partner is back into pavilion, and now Arshad joining the party, hitting 1-6, and score jumped into 14 for the loss of 1 wicket against Shakir. Bowls. Arshad wanted to repeat that one. 1-6 and 1 catch. 1-6 and 1 catch. 2 wickets for Shakir, 2 sixes for Gory Young Boys, and scoreboard was on to 14 for the loss of 2 wickets. Outstanding cricket going on here, Gopi. But I think Gory Young was not really bothered about that 2 wickets, because he knows that they got 14 valuable runs. Once they got start here, they can be really the favorite of winning this match.
बिल्कुल सतीश, छक्का विकेट, तो 2 छक्के 2 विकेटें गिर चुके हैं. और जैसा कि आपने फरमाया, 2 विकेटें जरूर गिर चुके हैं नौफल और अरशद के रूप में, लेकिन चिंता करने की कोई बात नहीं है. 14 रन वहां पर बन चुके हैं, और उन 2 छक्कों के लिए अरशद को 200 रुपए मिलेंगे और नौफल को 200 रुपए मिलेंगे. क्रिकेट के सबसे बड़े फैन श्रीमान नंदन कुलशेखर इनकी ओर से, जो कि उन्होंने इनाम घोषित किया है 200 रुपए हर छक्के के लिए नौफल और अरशद को. तो आपका पूरा अभिवादन करते हैं, और आपका प्रोत्साहन भविष्य में ऐसे ही मिलते रहे खिलाड़ियों को. तो यहां पर सतीश 14 रन 2 विकेट के नुकसान पर, और मैं समझता हूं एक बेहतर शुरुआत पहले उनमें 2 विकेट खोने के बावजूद गोरी यंग बॉयज कर चुका है.
Exactly, Gopi. Coming back to Nandan Kulshekhar, hope he will going to announce some cash prizes for commentators as well in future. Wait and see. 14 for the loss of 2 wicket, and yes, Gopi, the 14 runs is definitely going to be a good start here for Gory Young Boys. They lost the wicket. Shakir picked up 2 valuable wickets, but in this condition, the more than the wicket, I think it is a small format of games. Now Gory Young Boys can be favorite, because the sensible, now just a sensible batting required here for Gory Young Boys to win the match. But at the same time, KFC Codical, they have to pick the wicket. At the same time, they have to bowl some economical overs. Chetan from the far end, bowling right arm over the wicket. Ball to Shivaraj. Shivaraj just tried to whip that one on the onside region, but ball just passing between his bat and pad, just under the bat, I must say. That ball is passed, and there is no possibility of any run. 14 for the loss of 2 wicket. Another 27 more runs required for the victory. This is over number 2 in progress. That means 35 deliveries remaining to get that 27 runs to win this 27 runs to win this match. This time a top edge ball is in there, but safely landed after one bounce collected by the deep backward square leg region fielder, so that and Chetan is not happy with the fielder. He's just thinking about why not he is not trying for the catch. Of course, when the situation like this, you have to try for the catch, but I don't think it's that much of easy for the fielder in the deep backward square leg to run front and take the catch. 15 for the loss of 2 wicket. Now Deepak back on strike now. This is the second and last over of the power play. Chetan is on attack. Batsman is on strike outside the run of half time. Very good delivery indeed, very good line indeed. Without moving his feet, Deepak wanted to reach that one outside the run of half time, just to follow that line. Missed it completely. Wicketkeeper behind the stump, and there is no chance of any run. Much required dot delivery from Chetan in this over from the far end. And is bowling right arm around the wicket. He bowls this time, slashed that one again, got outside edge of the bat. Good piece of fielding there by the Nawaz, because on fielder is coming right across him, but still he managed to get the ball from his hand, tried to make a run out, but no one was done. 16 for the loss of 2 wicket in the over number second in progress. A lot of fans, lot of followers for both the teams. Gory Young Boys, of course, one more very popular team. They got a lot of fans. Even KFC Codical as well. They're in a very good winning track in this particular season. As Chetan bounce right arm over the wicket to Shiva drives that are not quite intended, as he wanted to play that one down the extra cover region. Because of that missed timing, he got a single down to deep long on. But it's not the question of how the runs are coming, but it's very important for Gory Young Boys to need to rotate the strike. And look at the Gopi, absolutely fantastic to see that crowd here. It was a really jam-packed, isn't it? Everywhere you can see that crowd enjoying the game of cricket. That's the beauty of UCG cricket ground. Each and every time where there was a one prestigious cricket tournament, they're backing up with a big number. 17 for the loss of 2 wicket. Chetan from the far end, right arm. Balls nicely driven right in the gap. Long chase here for the fields. Ashwit running back, and before he collects that one down to deep extra cover region, ample time for Deepak to complete that couple of runs. No need to panic, no need to hurry at all here for Gory Young Boys. They got enough run the first over, so that now it's 19. 5 runs came from that over, Gopi. It's 19 for the loss of 2 wicket. Now 5 overs remaining, 30 balls remaining. Out of 30, they have to get 22 runs to in this match. What do you think, Gopi? It's having that kind of hard nature in the ball. Less than ball run is required. Just 22 to required from 30 deliveries. I think Gory Young Boys might be there in a driver's seat of winning this match. But one thing is sure is, Gopi, KFC Codical dealing with some excellent winning track in this particular season. So that I think Gory Young Boys, maybe they are in a driver's seat of winning this match, but they cannot underestimate this 22 against a team like KFC Codical.
बिल्कुल सतीश, इस ऋतु में KFC कोडिकल का प्रदर्शन काफी अच्छा रहा है, खासकर इस मैदान में। और मैं समझता हूं इस वक्त तख्ता जरूर भारी लगता हुआ गोरी यंग बॉयज का 22 रन बनाना, और गेंद का स्वभाव जो सख्त गेंद, स्टिफ गेंद इस श्रृंखला में इस्तेमाल की गई है। इस स्टिफ गेंद के नेचर को देखते हुए ये कहना जरूरी है कि ये कहना पड़ेगा कि यहाँ पर लक्ष्य ज्यादा कठिन नहीं है, लेकिन क्रिकेट में कुछ भी हो सकता है। और केएफसी कोडिकल के पास कुछ सशक्त गेंदबाज और भी है जो मैच का पिक्चर यहां पर बदल सकते हैं, और गोरी यंग बॉयज को बिल्कुल चौकन्ने भरी बल्लेबाजी यहां पर करनी होगी।
Absolutely, Gopi. That's a very good move there by the captain of KFC Codical to ask this, the wicket-taking bowler. Ashwit didn't got an opportunity to bowl in the previous matches, but this time I think he's certainly required. The gamble have to play in this particular match, and captain of KFC Codical brought this man Ashwit into attack now. Second time in this right arm. You can lofted that one, but straight to the hands of a deep mid wicket. Now, Gopi, it looks like the gamble is working out. Just like I mentioned earlier, you cannot underestimate KFC Codical. They got the potential of bouncing back. Shivaraj, nothing much wrong with the stroke, Gopi, because the flighted delivery, maybe that was one of the weapon of Ashwath. Quite deliberately is given some flight into that delivery, inviting Shivaraj to go for the big shot. Shivaraj just taking the invitation from that bowler, hit that one. Placement is not right. At the same time, I think maybe in the afternoon getting that distance is going to be very difficult in UCG cricket ground.
बिल्कुल सतीश, यही तो अश्वित की खासियत है। गेंदबाज को वो ललचाते हैं गेंद को फ्लाइट टॉस करने के बाद कि वो आक्रामक स्ट्रोक खेले, और यहाँ पर इस लालच में आ गए थे शिवराज। गेंद को उछाला था जरूर, लेकिन अगेंस्ट द विंड, और खासकर ऑन साइड पर उर्वा क्रिकेट मैदान पर दोपहर के वक्त स्ट्रोक खेलना, ऑन साइड पर स्ट्रोक्स खेलना कुछ हद तक कठिन होता है क्योंकि गेंद ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन पर आती है, विरुद्ध दिशा से आती है, अगेंस्ट द विंड आपको स्ट्रोक खेलना पड़ता है। तो यहां पर गेंद अपने रफ्तार को खोती हुई डीप मिड विकेट पर लपक ली गई और मैं समझता हूं शिवराज को ऐसे स्ट्रोक खेलने की जरूरत नहीं थी क्योंकि 30 गेंदों पर 22 रन बनाना है, यहां पर सेंसिबल क्रिकेट अपनानी थी। लेकिन अश्वित की दाद देनी होगी कि उन्होंने शिवराज को ललचाया और उनका विकेट यहां पर प्राप्त किया।
Absolutely, Gopi, and that definitely that Shiva's wicket is going to be a big wicket because he's a very cool customer, isn't it? The perfect player in the perfect position when there is only rotation of strike is required for Gory Young Boys. But I think it's a very good breakthrough here for KFC Codical. Yes, I loved it, juicy one. Oh my goodness! Only thing to say here for Deepak is thank you very much, Ashwit, for that short pitch delivery. What a great shot! But I think it's a poor delivery. That was absolutely short pitch.
बिल्कुल सतीश, और यहां पर देखिए इतना समय था बल्लेबाज को कि वो स्ट्रोक थ्रो खेल सके। इस बार गेंद को उन्होंने डाला था लेकिन बल्लेबाज के पास काफी समय था कि अपने आप को संभाल सके और गेंद को खेल सके डीप मिड विकेट सीमा रेखा से बाहर 6 रनों के लिए। और इस बार उसी तरह का स्ट्रोक दोहराना चाहता लेकिन गेंद के धीमेपन को देखते हुए अपने स्ट्रोक्स को यहां पर रोक लिया। तो पहला विकेट गिरा था छक्के के बाद, दूसरा विकेट गिरा छक्के के बाद और तीसरा विकेट गिरा और उसके बाद छक्का इस वक्त लग चुका है। तो यहां पर छक्के और विकेट का नाता है इस मैच में सतीश।
Absolutely, Gopi. Very good statistics in that occasion. And one more run in the form of extra, in the form of wide, and with that addition of that single scoreboard was on 27 for the loss of 3 wicket. Oh, lovely delivery. That was really required from Ashwit. Beautifully bowled. Slide with the leg cutter in the occasion. Deviation for him. And Samraz, the batsman, missed it completely. 200 rupees for Deepak once again from Nandan Kulshekar. And this time chipped that one quite beautifully by Samraz, quite deliberately. No, exactly. Fielder is in the edge of the boundary line. The safe stroke to play. Down to deep long off. One more good over going in favor of Gory Young Boys. Chasing 41 to win this match. And 3 overs completed. 28 for the loss of 3 wicket. And meanwhile, I request 2 teams, NM Cricketers Bangalore as well as Team Elegant, kindly request you to complete the formalities of signatures and please complete the tossing ceremony as well. Now, 4 overs remaining. 24 deliveries remaining, and out of 24 deliveries they have to get another 13 runs to win this match. 13 runs required from 24 deliveries. Now it looks like the Gory Young Boys, they are in a driver's seat of winning this match. But cricket, just like my friend Gopi is mentioning about, cricket is game of glorious uncertainty. We cannot say anything in cricket. Now umpire, after looking at the bat of Samraz, maybe is asking to change your bat. Samraz. So yes, he wanted to change his bat. He's going towards a pavilion. And coming back to these 2 teams, especially whenever it came these particular matches, that was understandable why this number of crowds gathered here. They knows that the Gory Young Boys, one of the top performer, even KFC Codical, and after winning the STC trophy earlier in the season, they won, and they won UFC RRP Memorial Trophy, World Cup of Underarm Cricket, and even they won the Sauharda Trophy at Krishnapur, having that much of titles behind them. Maybe they came into this tournament and this particular match is a favorite, but crowd gathered here because by seeing the performance of Gory Young Boys in their first match, where they batted, where they got into this tournament, started the tournament with a big number of runs, 98, they knows that this is not an easy afternoon lunch for KFC Codical. They knows that this is going to be the good match in front of them, and that's why this number of crowds are witnessing this match between Gory Young Boys and KFC Codical.
बिल्कुल सतीश, हालांकि KFC Codical में 3 बेहतर खिताब इस श्रृंखला में जरूर जीते जैसा कि आपने कहा, लेकिन यहाँ पर जिस तरीके की बल्लेबाजी बांग्लादेशी क्रिकेटर्स के खिलाफ गोरी यंग बॉयज के बल्लेबाजों ने की थी, 98 रन बनाए थे, तो उसके बाद लोगों को लगा, प्रेक्षकों को लगा कि गोरी यंग बॉयज में भी गोरी यंग बॉयज में आज उनकी टीम में कुछ है, तो इस वजह से क्यों ना इस मैच को मुआयना किया जाए। और मैदान पर देखिए किस तरीके से खचाखच यहाँ पर प्रेक्षक भरे हुए हैं और अपने सामर्थ्य के अनुसार यहाँ पर बल्लेबाजी करते हुए गोरी यंग बॉयज के बल्लेबाज।
Absolutely, Gopi. Maybe that little bit disappointment here for KFC Codical, the followers. But match is not yet over. 29 for the loss of 3 wickets and 12 runs required for the victory. And Tazuddin, and after a long time, he's got an opportunity to bowl and experiment here from the captain of KFC Codical. Need to be, because they needed the wicket rather than going for the economical over. I think the only one chance here for KFC Codical to pick the wickets of Gory Young Boys. But Gory Young Boys, now it's both the batsmen quickly realizing that no need to panic at all, and they're just studied the innings and rotating the strike here. And keeping the wickets in hand is so important here for Gory Young Boys. From the far end, right arm over the wicket, Tazuddin bowls this time. Oh, ball him, clean him up. Again, just like we mentioned about, sometimes it's very difficult to get the wicket for the good delivery. This is not that much of good delivery to take the wicket, but I think Samraz himself played with the wrong line, and maybe that ball after deflecting his legs and hits the stumps. Wicket number 4 is back into pavilion. Will it going to be the turning point of this match, Gopi? I don't think, but still there's 6 wickets in hand. Karna walking towards the middle, and coming back to Karna, I think in these days is not only is become a popular in cricket, but even in the field of movie as well. And it's very good to see that he's playing a major role in a film called Kiddo. And here's one more interesting announcement. If Karna will go into hit 6 to that banner, the Kedao banner, where he was acting in this, he will get 500 rupees, which is announced by Kishore of okay, Naveen and Kishore announcing 500 each. That means 1,000 rupees. But now he's in striker's end. You have to come towards that hand if you wanted to hit the wickets. Wait and see. Can hit the reverse stroke. He's a very specialist in a reverse stroke as well. This time up that one, Wade field. Good piece of fielding. Absolutely good fielding there for Nawaz. Just like what Naufalis did for Gory Young Boys. The same kind of effort there from Nawaz in the short fine leg division. With that single, scoreboard moves on to 31 for the loss of 4 wickets. Now 10 more runs required for the victory. And Gory Young Boys looking in a commanding position. They're definitely in a winning track, but cricket, everybody knows this is a funny game. From the far end, Tazuddin searching for the wickets. Round the wicket he bows. This time he was saving that one, rocketing towards the fans. The moment that ball left the bat of Deepak, look at that ball. Went like a treasure bullet. Score jumped into 35 for the loss of 4 wickets. Deepak is in hurry. Just 6 runs required for the victory. Nandan Kulshekar is very quiet now because only boundaries came and expecting 100 rupees because he gave 200s for 6. At least half of that required for the boundary. Oh, beautifully bowled. Absolutely good one. Defeating the defense of Deepak in the second. Extra turn here for Tazuddin. So over number 4 completed, chasing 41 to win the match. Gory Young Boys absolutely there here in the top. 35, that means Gopi 6 runs required for the victory. And they got 3 overs to spare. They got 6 wickets in hand. What do you think?
सोचने की कोई बात नहीं है, आईने की तरह साफ है। यहाँ पर 6 रन चाहिए 3 ओवर्स में, और ऐसा कहना पड़ेगा जहां तक KFC कोडिकल का सवाल है सतीश, यहाँ पर उन्हें चमत्कारी गेंदबाजी ही अब उन्हें इस मैच में वापस ला सकते हैं। लेकिन मैच अभी भी समाप्त नहीं हुआ है, और जहां तक सवाल है 6 रनों का, तो एक घातक गेंदबाजी अगर यहां पर KFC कोडिकल के गेंदबाज करते हैं तो निस्संदेह वो यहां पर इस मैच में वापस आ सकते हैं। लेकिन संभावनीयता सिर्फ 5%, 95% गोरी यंग बॉयज के पक्ष में है।
Exactly, Gopi. Karna trying for the 6 to his banner, but this time he getting a boundary. No, yes, he got a boundary now. Still the opportunity is there to hit the plex of Kedao. And he got a boundary for that, 39. Now 2 runs required for the victory. Suddenly Karna will go to aim that 1,000 rupees, more than that the flex. And here is again the full toss. He hammers, but missed that banner, and he finished the match in a style. The ball is went little bit squarer. Once he hoisting it over, it looks like ball is will going to hit this banner, but ball missed it a long way. And 45 comprehensive victory of Gory Young Boys, defeating one of the defender, one of the favorite of coming to the finals. Wonderful performance.